With the first light of dawn, the world is born anew, and in that sacred silent moment, so are you. There is a hush that exists between the last remnants of your dreams and the first demands of your day. A holy threshold. In this quiet, you are not merely waking up. You are stepping into the studio of creation. Here, in the stillness, the veil between the spiritual and the material world is thin. Your consciousness is like soft clay, ready to be molded. The first thoughts you think, the first words that pass your lips, they are the most powerful of the entire day. They are not idle whispers into the void. They are decrees. They are the first brushstrokes on the fresh canvas of the next 24 hours, setting the color, the tone, and the texture of all that will follow. For too long, perhaps you have woken up and allowed the day to happen to you. You have carried the worries of yesterday into the clean slate of today. You have been painting your reality in the dark with brushes you did not know you held, following a fearful blueprint you did not consciously choose. Today, we turn on the light. We are here to remember that this sacred morning pause is not an accident. It is an invitation to consciously, deliberately, and lovingly speak your world into being. The universe is listening, and in the morning, it listens most intently. There are 7 fundamental truths, 7 sacred decrees, that when spoken into this fertile silence will systematically dismantle the old world of fear and build a new world of grace. These are not mere affirmations. They are the keys to your creative power. They are the specific, potent words that will transform you from a passive dreamer into the deliberate creator of your life. Let us begin this sacred work together. Breathe in, and let us speak the first truth. 1. I am a whole, perfect, and complete expression of the divine. Before your mind can drift to your to-do list, before it can re-engage the battles of yesterday, before the inner critic can clear its throat to deliver its daily sermon on your inadequacies, you must interrupt it with the supreme truth of your being. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a masterpiece to be revealed. This first declaration is your foundation. It is the solid ground upon which you will build your new temple. For so long, you may have lived under the quiet, persistent illusion of being broken, a sense of being incomplete, of needing something outside of yourself, a partner, a promotion, a smaller dress size, a larger bank account, to finally be deemed whole. This belief is the root of all striving, all chasing, all desperate seeking. But it is an illusion. When you declare, I am whole, perfect, and complete, you are not trying to convince yourself of something that isn't true. You are aligning with the blueprint of your soul as it was originally designed. In the mind of God, in the heart of the universe, you were conceived as a perfect idea. Nothing that has happened to you, nothing you have ever done, and nothing that has been done to you can ever tarnish, diminish, or erase that original perfection. It is sealed within you. Speak this truth to the part of you that feels unworthy. Speak it to the teenage girl who is made to feel ashamed of her body. Speak it to the young woman who is told her dreams were too big. Speak it to the part of you that feels it is too late or too much. As you speak it, you are not denying your wounds. You are calling them into the light of a higher truth to be healed. You are acknowledging that you are infinitely more than your scars. You are the sacred space in which those scars exist. This declaration of wholeness is a revolutionary act of self-reclamation. It is you, standing firmly in your own spiritual authority and announcing to the universe, my worth is not negotiable, it is absolute. From this unshakable foundation, everything else can be created, not from a place of desperate need, but from a place of joyful, overflowing fullness. 2. My word is my wand. My subconscious is its faithful servant. Now that you are standing on the solid ground of your own wholeness, you are ready to remember your power. This is the truth of creation. It explains the what and the how. The great spiritual teacher Florence Scovel Shinn knew this with every fiber of her being. Your word is your wand. It is the sacred instrument you use to direct the invisible, creative substance of the universe. For years, you may have wielded this wand unconsciously, pointing it at the very things you dreaded. When you spoke of your fears aloud, you were not just venting. You were casting a spell for more fear. When you complained about your struggles, you were not just describing a situation. You were giving a command for that struggle to continue. When you made a self-deprecating joke, you were not just being humble. You were issuing a decree of unworthiness. The mechanism for this magic is your subconscious mind. Think of it as the most beautiful, fertile, and powerful garden in existence. It is also a loyal and devoted servant who lives within you. Its only purpose is to bring to life whatever you command. It has no judgment. It has no sense of humor. It does not discern between a passionate declaration and a casual complaint. It simply hears your word, feels your emotional charge behind it, and says, "Yes, as you wish." It takes the seed of your word and plants it in the rich soil of your inner world, and it will work tirelessly until that seed bears fruit in your outer world. This is why your life has unfolded as it has. It is not a punishment or a reward. It has been a perfect reflection of your most dominant and emotionally charged words and beliefs. But here is the breathtaking beauty of it all. This powerful servant is awaiting new orders. It is ready in this very moment to receive a new blueprint. When you speak this second truth in the morning, you are consciously picking up your wand. You are assuming the role of the loving master of your inner garden. You are saying, with calm authority, the old instructions are now canceled. The old prophecies of fear and lack are null and void. Today, I give you a new vision to build. You are no longer a victim of your own unconscious creation. You are stepping fully into the role of the deliberate discerning and powerful creatrix of your reality. 3. Gratitude is my native tongue. It is the frequency of my reality. Before you can build the new, you must bless what is. Before you ask for more, you must honor what you already have. This is the truth of receptivity. Gratitude is not a polite social grace. It is a fundamental law of spiritual physics. It is the energetic frequency that aligns you with the generosity of the universe. Think of it like this. The universe is a vast radio, constantly broadcasting on all frequencies simultaneously. There is a frequency of lack, of complaint, of victimhood. There is also a frequency of joy, of sufficiency, of overflowing abundance. You cannot be tuned to the frequency of lack and expect to hear the music of abundance. It is an energetic impossibility. Gratitude is the act of consciously turning your dial to the frequency of abundance. When you complain, even silently, you are telling the universe, what you have provided is not enough. It is flawed. It is lacking. This statement, charged with the emotion of disappointment, locks you firmly onto the frequency of lack, and life, being a perfect mirror, will dutifully provide you with more experiences to confirm that belief. But when you choose gratitude, you change the signal you are sending out. When you say, "Thank you for the warmth of this blanket. Thank you for the clean water I'm about to drink. Thank you for the simple, miraculous gift of my own breath," you are sending a powerful signal of sufficiency. You are telling the universe, "I see the good that is already here. I acknowledge it. I bless it. I am a willing and grateful receiver." Life loves to give to a grateful heart. A soul steeped in gratitude becomes a powerful magnet, a clear channel through which more good can pour. This practice is most potent not when things are easy, but when they are challenging. To find something to be grateful for in the midst of a storm is to perform a profound act of spiritual alchemy. It is to say, even though my human eyes see chaos, my spiritual eyes see a divine order unfolding. I trust this process. This morning, make gratitude your native tongue. Let it be the first language you speak. Before you ask for anything, give thanks for everything. This is the golden key. This is the act of swinging wide the gates of your heart, preparing the way for all the blessings that are seeking you. 4. My supply is infinite, flowing from an inexhaustible source. Let us now speak directly to the silent, cold ache of not enough. The fear of lack, of money, of time, of love, of opportunity, is the heavy anchor that keeps so many brilliant souls tethered to a small and anxious reality. This fourth decree is your declaration of divine independence. It is not about denying your current financial statement or the reality of your bills. It is about radically shifting your understanding of source. Your source of supply is not your job. It is not your partner. It is not the stock market or the economy. These are merely channels through which your good can flow. Your true source is infinite spirit, the inexhaustible, formless substance from which all things are made. Imagine a vast, magnificent, endlessly flowing river. That river is the divine supply. It is always full, always rushing, always generous. Now, imagine a small dam of rocks and debris has been built in the stream leading to you. This dam is made of your fears, your inherited beliefs about scarcity, and your past experiences of lack. You may only be receiving a trickle of water, but it is not because the river is running dry. It is because the channel is blocked. When you declare, "My supply is infinite," you are not trying to create the river. The river is already there. You are speaking a command to the rocks of fear. You are using the power of your word to dissolve the dam. You are declaring that you are no longer willing to believe in the illusion of limitation. When the thought, "I can't afford that," arises, you can gently pivot to, "That is not in my divine plan at this moment, as I make way for my greater good to arrive." When anxiety about a bill clutches your stomach, you can place a hand on your heart and affirm, "All of my needs are met with grace and ease. I am a child of a rich and loving Father-Mother God." This practice moves you from the contracted state of a fearful clutcher to the expanded, open state of a grateful receiver. You stop seeing life as something you must wrestle from and start seeing it as something you can allow to flow to you. You are clearing the channel for the boundless abundance that is your divine birthright. 5. I choose faith over fear. I walk by inner knowing, not by outer sight. As you begin to build your new reality, the old world will test you. Fear is the old guard at the gate of your limitations. It will rise up. It will point to your current circumstances and whisper, "See, it's not working. Nothing has changed. This is foolish." Doubt, its clever accomplice, will question your sanity and your strength. In that moment, you must speak this fifth truth. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to act in spite of it. Faith is not blind belief. It is a deep, inner knowing that transcends the evidence of the five senses. It is a spiritual muscle. The more you exercise it, the more powerful it becomes. To walk by faith is to trust the unseen reality more than the visible one. It is to trust the seed you have planted in the garden of your subconscious, even when the ground above it is still bare. It is to trust the blueprint you have delivered, even when the scaffolding is not yet visible. It is to trust the silent, loving intelligence of the universe more than the loud, chaotic noise of the world. Choosing faith is a conscious, moment-by-moment decision. When fear whispers of disaster, you choose to affirm your divine protection. When doubt questions the path, you choose to affirm your divine guidance. You do not need to fight the fear. You simply need to choose where you place your focus. This is not pretending. This is spiritual authority. You are not ignoring the so-called facts of your situation. You are aligning with a higher, more powerful fact, the fact that you are a divine being, held and guided by a benevolent power, and that your highest good is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. Every time you choose faith, you starve your fears and feed your future. You are learning to navigate your life not by the flickering, unreliable light of external appearances, but by the steady, eternal flame of your own soul. 6. All things are working together for my highest good. This may be the most advanced and profoundly liberating truth you can ever embody. It is the statement of the spiritual alchemist. It is the sacred key that transforms every experience, no matter how painful or challenging, into a stepping stone on your path to evolution. This is not a denial of pain. It is not a dismissal of hardship. It is a radical reframing of it. It declares that nothing in your life is random or meaningless. It proclaims that behind every appearance, a perfect divine pattern is unfolding for your ultimate benefit. When you face a challenge, a lost job, a broken heart, a health scare, the human mind immediately labels it as bad. It creates a story of victimhood and injustice. But when you can stand in the fire of that experience and whisper to your soul, "This too is for me. All things are working for my good," you perform a miracle. You transmute the poison into medicine. You begin to ask different questions. Instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" you ask, "What is this trying to teach me? How is this serving my growth? What strength is this forging in me?" A closed door is no longer a rejection. It is divine redirection, protecting you from a path that was not your highest. A delay is no longer a frustration. It is divine timing, allowing other essential pieces to fall into place. A painful ending is no longer just a loss. It is the necessary clearing of space for a more aligned new beginning. By embracing this truth, you end your war with reality. You stop resisting what is and begin to co-create with it. You trust that even the most confusing and difficult chapters of your story are integral parts of a magnificent and loving plot. You become a student in life's sacred school, finding the blessing in every lesson, the gift in every challenge, knowing with unshakable faith that life is never happening to you, but is always, always happening for you. 7. This day is a clean slate. I am born anew. Finally, you must grant yourself the supreme gift of grace. Every single sunrise is a divine reset. It is a silent, cosmic pardon. It is the universe looking upon you with infinite love and whispering, "Begin again." No matter what happened yesterday, no matter the mistakes made, the words you wish you could take back, the opportunities you feel you missed, the morning does not hold it against you. The energy of a new day is pristine, neutral, and full of potential. You are not required to drag the heavy chains of your past into this fresh, holy space. To declare this final truth is to consciously unhook yourself from who you were yesterday. You are not your history. You are not your patterns. You are not your regrets. You are a new being in this new moment with the freedom to make new choices. This decree gives you divine permission to evolve, to show up as a more patient, more loving, more courageous version of yourself today. Regardless of who you were yesterday, this is the ultimate act of self-compassion. It is the understanding that your journey is not about achieving a static state of perfection, but about the continuous process of becoming. You are allowed to stumble. You are allowed to learn. And you are allowed, with every dawn, to rise again, unburdened and free. These 7 declarations are your spiritual architecture. They are the pillars upon which you will consciously and deliberately build a life of purpose, peace, and divine power. Speak them in the morning. Write them in your journal. Feel them in your heart. Live them in your choices. You are not just saying empty words. You are recalibrating your entire energetic being. You are shifting your allegiance from a reality based on outer appearances to one rooted in eternal, spiritual truth. You are not broken. You have never been broken. You are simply remembering the magnificent power you have always been. Take this power into your own two hands. Claim your role as the deliberate creator of your world. To anchor this profound decision in your soul, go to the comments below and declare with conviction, I am the deliberate creator of my world. Let this be your first conscious decree as you step into your new life. And if one of these 7 truths resonated with you on a deeper level, I would be honored to hear which one it was and what it reminded you of in your own life. I read every comment, and your story is a sacred part of this community. As you move through this beautiful day, hold this one final question in your heart, like a sacred jewel. If you truly knew the universe was listening to your every word, what beautiful, magnificent, and daring truth would you choose to speak next?